What up, people of the world? Special Caesar and friends coming at you with more sweet tabletop cosmic horror, folks. Welcome back to our Call of Cthulhu campaign. Just before we dive into anything mythos this evening, I'd like to give a quick shout out to all the new viewers and subscribers of the channel. We're now up to 800 subscribers, guys, so thank you so much for all the love and support you're showing me. I really appreciate it, and seeing it grow as much as it has is just really awesome. So yeah, thank you all for that. I'd also like to apologise quickly for our absences in streaming Call of Cthulhu recently. One thing led to another, and week after week we just kept, unfortunately, missing the bar. But we are back now, and I could not be more excited with a brand new scenario for you guys. So, in the last episode, the investigators were able to thwart the attempts of the Brophy brothers to create an army of servants for the avatar of Gla-Aki that they had created near their motel by Squatter's Lake. However, the investigators were unable to defeat the avatar itself, which presumably still resides somewhere in the lake and now haunts their dreams, with visions of an underwater city and the drowned corpses of their friends and families. They did inform the Bureau of the existence of this monstrosity and were reassured that measures would be taken to act against it, but as they did not inform their superiors at all about the cultist book that they found, the Revelations of Gla-Aki, that is, that I believe are currently in the possession of Sterling, the Bureau are at a huge disadvantage and severely unprepared for a confrontation with a mythos deity. And therefore, we await to see what may come of that unfortunate situation. Also, coming close to her demise at the hands of the zombie Mrs. Smith, Frances Wolstead was particularly overcome with gratitude for her friends saving her life, and has therefore taken everyone out for a nice dinner in the interim between adventures, and she has a number of items for each of you as a way of saying thank you. So, Eleanor, please take it away with all of your lovely gifts.
Well, hello everyone, and my Frances has invited the other three members of the group to the super fancy restaurant. We are sitting there at the restaurant. We ordered whatever you wanted. It's all on me. I hope you enjoyed the meal. Here comes dessert. When dessert is served, I will take out 3 boxes from my oversized bag that I carry with me. Well, not oversized really, but just the bag I carry with me. And I will place a gift pack in front of each of you. So who's going to open it first?
Me.
Was that Agent Lincoln, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, of course. So you unwrap your pack, and you will be put in front of the magnificent view of a wristwatch.
I will examine the watch and thank you greatly for the watch.
Most than welcome. It is water and shock resistant. It is. It looks made of gold or gold plated. But I will tell you, if you ask me, then obviously I will tell you it is gold. It is pure gold. It also has a little surprise for you. I hope you will you like it. It has a compass built in. Then you can activate with, and I show you, take the object, I take the wristwatch, and I show you, if you click this button here, then you can activate your compass and you can read the compass. When you turn it back, it is signed in, I think it's called Cyrillic, Cyrillic characters, and it is also signed in our Western writing, and it says, and you can read Romanov. So when you turn it on the back, it says, yes, it was a Romanov possession, but it is now yours.
Oh, he looks blown away to get it, and he just says, well, it's just fantastic. It's the best gift I've ever had.
Well, I am here giving this gift to you guys because of you. So I really would like you to say thank you. I don't know how differently to say thank you. So here we go. Who goes next?
I suppose Guy will go next.
Okay,
Francis,
so
you shouldn't have.
Oh, you. It's nothing really. Well, obviously, my face goes a bit like blunt for a second. It was, but yeah, but I did find it. When you open your pack, you find a pocket watch.
Oh.
It is again golden, and it has. If you open it, it does have the signing of a medical doctor.
Really?
I will tell you this doctor in particular. He helped soldiers during the war. And inside you can find a little parchment with a secret formula written on it.
Oh my gosh.
I do not know, Guy, I do not know what that formula is, but I've been told it's a formula for an elixir.
Uh-huh.
Potentially it's worth a try to see what it does. And
Well, we'll have to ask around at the university at Miskatonic to see if any of the professors can help us with this. Perhaps in the Department of Chemistry? Or
maybe. I hope it's a potion that can help us with our getting hurt and wounds and stuff, because it seems that, especially I need it. So.
Well, thank you so much, Francis.
Oh, you're more than welcome. More than welcome. I mean, really,
being on time is really important.
I am the one to say thank you, really. So, Sterling, when you open it, there is an antique magnifying glass.
Oh, very nice.
It is a Benjamin Franklin invention, I say to you.
It
It has a sort of a rainbowy effect all inside the circle of the magnifying glass. So you know where the glass is, and then there is the metal around it. All this metal on the inside of the circle is rainbowy. It's a bit of multicolors. I was told that it was used on appropriate parchments, and in an appropriate way, it can reveal things.
I might use it on my new book, and I will give Francis a big hug in thanks.
You don't ever see me, showing my feelings or something, but I'm doing a handkerchief now. Little tear coming down with joy. And I hug you back, obviously, and I hug the others as well, even if they don't want to.
Oh, we most certainly do.
Oh, splendid. So, right, let's dive into our desserts then.
Lovely. So you finish the meal off with a nice dessert, maybe a nice cognac or brandy afterwards. And I can tell you, mechanically speaking, Sterling, that magnifying glass will give you a bonus dice on any spot hidden rolls that you make.
Oh, yay!
Abraham, your wristwatch with the compass will give you a bonus die on any navigate rolls that you make.
Okay.
And Guy, you're uncertain entirely as to what the formula will grant, but by your understanding, it seems to be some kind of elixir that if you could brew would help with your medicine rolls. So you're halfway towards something.
Will there be time to investigate further before we go on our next adventure?
I suppose you could spend some time investigating. Yeah, I don't see why not. This is during your downtime, isn't it, between adventures? So if you wanted to, we could say you have time to go to the university. Make a luck roll. Let's see if you manage to find someone who can help you at the university. Oh,
Yes.
That is a hard success. So you meet a chemist, and he is able to translate the formula and brew you a small bottle, which he gives you, a vial of elixir, that if you apply it to wounds, will give you a bonus die on your medicine checks.
Oh, wonderful. Excellent.
Great.
Thank you again, Francis. This is going to benefit all of us.
You're more than welcome, really. So, don't go and try to save my life deliberately again, because this is it. This is a treat. It's a one-time treat only. She says, getting back in her,
Everyone, can everyone make psychology rolls as they receive these gifts, please?
Yay.
So everyone succeeded.
No, I haven't had to go yet.
Oh yeah, no, I saw. Yeah,
Expect me to fail. So was it psychology?
yes, please.
There you go.
Oh, that's a fumble as well. I don't know how you could possibly fumble this, but okay. So, Guy and Sterling, you both wonder. You look at the gifts and realize that they're quite marvelous in their own right, in their own different ways, and you wonder how Frances was able to afford and acquire such things. And you get the impression she's being slightly subversive about how she may have acquired them. And Abraham Lincoln, you're just dazzled by the present.
This is the best present anybody's ever given me.
Yeah, you break down into tears. Brilliant, guys. Okay, so finally one more thing before we get started on the fresh scenario this week. Can I just get all the investigators to make a quick note of their indefinite insanity boundaries? So that's by taking your current sanity, marking off 1/5 of it, and writing down what that number is. That is your boundary for becoming indefinitely insane. So, no further announcements. Let's dive into tonight's episode of Call of Cthulhu. It has been 2 weeks since your altercation at the hotel. 2 weeks of anxiously awaiting news from the Bureau regarding the avatar of Gla-Aki. 2 weeks of horrible, panic-inducing nightmares and bouts of cold sweat. Every body of water, even the smallest of puddles, now draws the eye of your mind back to that terrible night where you watched as James Fraser was devoured by the monstrosity's drooling, fang-ridden maw. Can I just ask Sterling if he's been studying the book of Revelations of Gla-Aki over the 2 weeks that have passed, or has he kind of left it somewhere to one side?
Oh, no, he's definitely been studying it and telling everyone else that he's not been. Or that he's not found anything out.
Okay, brilliant. So he's got 2 more weeks to go before he does a full reading of it, at which point he'll get the Cthulhu mythos value and we'll do the spell learning and all that lot. Probably be next session or the session after, depending on how long this adventure takes you guys.
Okay.
So tonight, it's a dark, stormy night. Rain clouds obscure the moon. Guy is at home struggling to feed his kitty cat, which seems reluctant to accept food from him since his minor touch with insanity.
Philippe, come on. You really do need your nutrition. I don't know what's wrong with Philippe. I think I may have to bring him to the vet.
And the phone rings.
Yes. Hello? Fontaine residence?
Good evening. The Guy Fontaine, is it? Yes, brilliant. My name's Josh Winscott. You may have heard of me. I'm a journalist.
Doesn't ring a bell off the top of my head.
I'm a journalist in Providence, Rhode Island. Perhaps not. Well, sorry.
No, I'm okay. Yes, how can I help you? I'm a journalist with Miskatonic. I'm sorry, with the Arkham Gazette.
Yes, I actually read your piece on the smuggling operations around Rockport. It was published in the Arkham Gazette a while ago. I really respected your writing and the detail you put into it and the truth behind what you saw there. In fact, so much so that I think you may be interested in something I discovered beneath my newly inherited home here in Providence, Rhode Island, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Something to your home that
Yes.
has it's related to my smuggling article somehow?
Well, it's that kind of thing, you know. It's not quite related, but perhaps I don't want to say too much over the phone, but I discovered these tunnels, you see.
Ah. New tunnels or something
Well,
that's been there a long time?
old tunnels. I think they relate to the slave trade.
Really?
Yes. As you can understand, a piece such as this would be quite a scoop. And for an investigative journalist such as yourself, if you were to come and assist me in exploring these tunnels, perhaps we could publish an article together about the truth of what happened here.
That could be very interesting. And could I bring some friends along with me who have a variety of important skills that could be applied to learning more about these tunnels?
I think that would be wise. Yes, it would be good to have some more labourers as well. I dismissed mine, you see. As soon as they found the tunnels, I didn't want anyone speaking of this. So as long as you trust these individuals...
Yes, I'm not sure I would call them laborers per se. they're more experts, you see.
Experts. Okay.
Yeah, hard labor is a bit out of our realm.
Well, that's okay. The tunnels are all dug, as I said already. It's more, yes, investigative exploration, I suppose.
Well, yes, I think they'd be very interested, as am I. And so, shall we arrange to see you within the next day or two?
Well, yes. How soon would you be able to get to Rhode Island? I understand you're in Arkham at the moment.
Oh, it's not too terribly long a drive. And I'll see if they're all available to see you, and perhaps late tomorrow morning. We'll set out early in the morning.
That would be perfect, thank you. The house is 79 Power Street, College Hill, Providence.
Oh, College Hill. Yes, that's a very posh district in Providence and one of the oldest neighborhoods.
Oh, yes. The house is very good, even.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, I've jotted down the address. You said 79 Power Street.
Mm-hmm.
College Hill.
And as I said, please, the utmost importance to keep this quiet until we can publish our findings.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, so see you at perhaps 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'll be bringing 3 of my associates along with me.
Perfect. Thank you ever so much. See you then. I'm just going to move everyone onto the new map so we can see where we're talking. Rhode Island is, of course, down over here. So, okay. You set out, you gather together. I guess everyone's happy to come together and set out for a new adventure.
Once I'm informed of it, I'll update the agency.
Now, Mr. Agent Lincoln, he did ask for our discretion.
I'm sure. And
perhaps you could do a
nothing
little bit of a scouting investigation without updating your agency.
I found that if we don't do that kind of thing and we don't come back, that leaves problems for other people.
Well, when you do that kind of thing, and I burn all of my sources, and I have an ethical dilemma here that I did promise this fellow journalist that we would not discuss this with anyone until we've had a chance to investigate further.
Very well, I'll wait until after we've investigated.
Thank you.
I'll need to go and get my stuff.
Oh, of course. We do need to arrive well equipped to explore these tunnels, I would think. Yes, Francis?
So, yes, guy. This person that called you, what was his name again?
I believe it was Josh Winscott.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Winscott.
W.
Have I heard of him? at all?
Not unless you read the Providence Journal or the Providence Evening Bulletin. Those esteemed Rhode Island-based newspapers. You probably haven't heard of him.
So this Mr. Winscott, he says that there are tunnels. What were they used for?
He mentioned that there might have been some connection with the slave trade, so
I thought he said
that goes back a century or two at least.
Indeed. Would I know, with my knowledge of, I've come across with my antique shop on maps and stuff, would I ever heard of these tunnels at all? No, probably not.
I doubt it. No.
No, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let's go and have a look at them. Yeah.
He didn't elaborate as to what might be happening there now. I assume that obviously the slave trade has ended some century ago, or maybe not quite so long, but apparently there's some other activity taking place there that might be smuggling related, or something altogether different.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I asked, because potentially I could have known of some of these tunnels or part of these tunnels for the smuggling, but it goes well that I don't know, because obviously I don't know what my sources do. So yeah.
Well,
Okay,
it should be a
sorry,
fun
that was-
excursion nonetheless. And I know of a lovely Italian restaurant up on Federal Hill on the west side of Providence that we can all dine at once we've had this little excursion underground.
No, that sounds really good. Very, very good. Yes. It will not be as good as your cuisine, but
Well,
Hey,
you'll have to accept the consolation prize. But it is a very nice Italian restaurant.
okay, excellent.
Merlin's going to be like, stop flirting, you two. We need to investigate these mole people. It must be the mole people this time.
We've got a conspiracy theorist amongst us, apparently.
We'll have plenty of time to chat on the ride down. So yes, let's be off. Who is driving? By the way,
Well, it's me normally.
Yeah, I'd assume Agent Lincoln, since it's his car.
just a quick aside from our last adventure, I would never was able to find out the fate of James Fraser's Chrysler Coupe. I so wanted to pick that up
Oh yeah.
if it was available, since he no longer has use for it, obviously.
You body looter. It's probably in the bottom of the lake.
You're welcome to make an education roll, which is a no roll, to try and remember something that you saw but may have been overlooked.
Okay. No sign of it for me. Oh well.
Anyone
I can
else?
dream about it though. I ask around. Anyone else here know what happened to James's Chrysler Coupe?
Well, my guess is it's bottom of the lake. They dumped stuff, or they just take the plates off and sell them.
Did anyone want to make an education roll as well to figure it out?
Yeah, I will. I'm pretty sure they're selling them for money. That education, did you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got a hard success there, regular success, very nice. So you remember thinking back, an extreme success, very good, all kinds. So talking about it on the way back, on the journey down to Rhode Island, you collectively recall that as you made your way to the glade following James Fraser, there were tire tracks on the ground that led into the lake, and there were quite an oily, filmy residue left on the surface in that area. So together you deduced that it seems they were taking license plates off the cars and pushing them into the lake with their victims. with a.
I'm trying to decide if I feel worse about James or about his car.
I mean, and plus there's that big monster that lives in the lake that was scary. So we haven't talked about that yet.
Well, you're welcome to if you like.
Just like anyone else, a little bit nightmares about this massive thing that we saw.
None of you went insane,
Yeah,
unfortunately, from that.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
Unfortunately, no one went insane during that excursion, which would have been fun. But
It's a little bit unusual, even from the few things we've seen, to see like a massive thing like that come out of a lake.
Yeah. I didn't sleep very
Does
well,
feel like
I have to say. Yeah. But
Yes, that lake is a little too close to Arkham too close for comfort, I think.
Yeah.
if only someone had some way of dismissing it.
Maybe one. Or controlling it, maybe.
Okay, so I'll give you a bit of background as well about Providence as you're driving down. Providence lies at the head of Narragansett Bay, and the Providence River runs through the densely populated city's centre. Okay, 1 second. City centre. Many of Providence's street names recall its history of religious tolerance and maritime trade. Providence is said, like Rome, to be founded on 7 hills. Its downtown area has numerous buildings from the 19th century in Federal, Victorian, and Art Deco styles. The east side still retains many buildings in the late Georgian style of the 18th century. Stately old mansions and other houses with their fan lights set above double flights of stairs with wrought iron railings and their gable or gambrel roofs line the hills and hide the modern world. There are some structures even older, such as the oldest Baptist church in the United States, established by Roger Williams 2 years after he founded the settlement. Providence is also a seat of learning, with Brown University and the Rhode Island School of Design being the most prominent educational institutions, followed finally by Rhode Island College and the Roman Catholic Providence College. There's a bit of background for you guys.
Yes, and I mentioned to the others as we're driving down that I hear there is a rather young, quirky, up-and-coming author who lives there as well. His name is, I believe, Howard Philip Lovecraft.
Interesting little tidbit for people. Thank you. Okay, so you make your way to 79 Power Street. You arrive in the early afternoon the following day. There's no map, unfortunately, for it, so you just have to imagine. I wonder if there's a handout. Let me just see if there's a handout of the house. No, there isn't. There isn't even an art thing for it. So, yeah, you just have to imagine showing up at his 2-story house in a very nice part of Providence, College Hill, nestled amongst the other residences. And Kev, I've received your message. Thank you.
Great.
So, when you come up to the front door and knock, the front door creaks open.
Yes, hello, good morning, Mr. Winscott. It's us. It's Guy Fontaine and friends. I'll introduce you to my friends.
Silence greets you for a moment. And then there's an apologetic reply, which sounds like it's coming from below. You can hear his voice. He shouts up,
Josh, is that you?
"Ah, yes, thank you. Please come in. And
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, let's all 4 of us go in then.
I'll be carrying my duffel bag of suitable gear.
Okay.
Make sure everyone's got all the bullets in the guns for when we have to shoot stuff in 10 minutes.
The best bit of being an agent.
Abraham, can you let us know what kind of gear you've brought? What specifically is in the bag, so I have an understanding myself as well.
Well, there's a suspicious Thompson-looking item, along with a few mags of ammo, a flashlight, a lantern. It probably, if it's going underground, you'll probably have some rope and things like chalk and stuff like that to be able to mark up. It probably won't have any breaking and entry gear in there today because we're not expected to break into somewhere because we've been invited in.
Okay.
So crowbars and stuff like that probably not in there.
Okay.
But if you're going underground, then you might assume you'll have to do a bit of climbing or something like that.
Brilliant. No worries. Thank you very much. So yeah, you hear footsteps coming from below, which must be the basement, you assume. And a few minutes later, Josh appears on the stairs, leading from the basement into the kitchen. Inside the building, you can see tools, debris, boxes, and covered furniture strewn about in various rooms. And Josh invites you to sit down for a coffee while he lights a Turkish cigarette and explains the situation further to you. Well, thank you all for coming. I do hugely appreciate it, especially on short notice. I'm assuming Guy here has informed you of my exciting little discovery.
Yes, I shared everything that we spoke about on the phone. Yes.
Brilliant.
So, do you think these has something to do with the railroad that used to help escaped slaves get out of slave states?
No. Well, all that or for smuggling them after the laws were introduced. I found during restoration there was a bricked up wall in the cellar storage area that covered up an extensive tunnel. I thought it was an old drainage system at first, but then I realised it was connected to a much larger corridor that leads towards the river, where the port is. So, I'm thinking this might, with the various rumours in Providence of old slave tunnels beneath the city that lead to the docks where they smuggled slaves in and out. I'm thinking it may be connected to something with that. So, as soon as they told me about it, I dismissed the Italian labourers, and I've been working alone ever since.
Well, how can we be of assistance for anything that doesn't involve hard labor, though?
Oh, no worries. I've already cleared a lot of it myself, and it seems to open up and be quite spacious down there. I just needed a few extra people I could trust. People of an inquisitive mind and sturdy nature that could back me up as we go further in and see what's down there. The problem is I've been working all day, you see. I'm even exhausted. Perhaps we could start tomorrow morning? We give you a chance to settle down. Maybe do some research if you wanted to look into things here, and then I could get some rest and I'll cook you all a nice dinner.
Oh, that sounds really nice of you. Thank you.
That sounds like it might be as good as the Italian restaurant I had planned to go to, but okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Could you perhaps compose a list of places where we might be able to conduct our research? I'm from Woonsocket, which is not too far from here, but I'm not too familiar with the facilities available here in Providence.
Yes, of course, no worries. I definitely recommend the John Hay Library.
Oh, yes.
And the Providence Athenaeum.
Ah, yes, the Athenaeum, yes.
They're both just slightly north of my house, about half an hour away. You should be able to make it before they close. The Athenaeum will unfortunately require a membership fee of $15 if any of you can afford that.
Oh.
I would come with you, but then I wouldn't be able to cook dinner at the same time, you know.
Perhaps if we pitched in and split this 4 ways, we can afford a $15 fee. Hopefully it will be a worthwhile investment over the course of time.
Sure thing, Guy. Of course, normally I would have charged this sort of thing to expenses, but, we're not here officially.
Of course. Yes, we've kept this. We've been very discreet about this, Mr. Winscott, and so yes, you can definitely trust us. Isn't that right, Abraham?
Absolutely.
Well then,
Mr. Whitscott.
Yes, how can I help you, dear?
Where is the entrance to these tunnels again?
In the basement. There's a bricked up
Here.
wall that I've cleared.
So, who lived in this house before you?
Well, the house was built by Elijah Winscott, my great ancestor. I'm ashamed to say he was a slave trader back in 1796. He lived in it briefly before becoming ill, at which point he retired to the countryside, and Micah Winscott, his nephew, inherited the house. It was then passed to the widowed Aunt Florence until her death, and it was then bequeathed to myself. So it's just been passed down through the family, you see, ever since old Elijah Winscott built it.
Right, so he was built by your,
My
great-grandfather?
ancestor, great-great-grandfather, yes.
Yeah.
Or...
Okay.
I'm sure there's a very fascinating history behind that lineage.
Yeah, must be. Yeah, and
Well, perhaps I can tell you all about it over dinner.
yes, of course.
Sterling's just going to say, just on the off chance something happened to you in the few hours that we go, have you got any like photo albums or books on your history in the house that we could look at with you, or when you're not here later?
Well, I have the usual sort of photo albums here and there of family pictures and things like that, and I have a journal upstairs behind, next to my bed, in the drawer in my bedside cabinet. But I wouldn't want you reading that. I mean, what do you expect to happen to me? I've been fine. Everything's fine here. I've lived here for plenty of time.
I know, but you know, these are mysterious times. People just disappear all the time, sometimes around us, so just keep an eye on yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate the concern.
That sounded almost like a threat.
Okay, so
I know, it was just supposed to be more like, yeah, but it's gonna happen, and then you guys will be like, you predicted it.
So the John Hay Library can be found on 20 Prospect Street. The Providence Athenaeum is on 251 Benefit Street. It's a private lending library with a beautiful
These
group.
are all within walking distance of one another.
Yes, they're very close, yes.
I'll give $4 towards the membership fee, but once I've dropped people off, I'll go to the local. If there's an agency building there, I'll go to that. If not, I'll go to the police and see if I can get access to local records.
I think we should each pay $5 since Frances was so generous with her gifts. That
Oh, cool. Okay, that's $5.
the other three of us.
I'll give you $5.
oh, they're so sweet, guys. So sweet. Thank you.
Well, if Lincoln's going there, I wouldn't mind trying to see if I can get some blueprints for the house, or whatever they call them in this time. You know, so I can see about this basement situation. If there's anything there. So would that be like the town hall or something, or a records building? Guessing.
Yes, I guess. Yeah, I suppose something like that would exist, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
City
I'm gonna
hall?
Yeah, City
The
Hall
City
or
Hall.
something.
go and see if I can get the plans of the house, and then it should hopefully have something to do with the basement.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So what do we have left? We still have the Athenaeum?
Yeah.
Francis, would you like
I
to
would like to go. Yeah. What? Yeah. Sure. What my idea was to anyway get a bit of refresh on the history of our people in the past years, So when slavery was, what happened to slavery? What happened to slavery in this particular town? What about the Winscott family tree and this Elijah, etc.? So I think that's a library thing, perhaps.
Yeah, that sounds like you want to go to the library. So,
But I can go to I can go wherever you want me to go.
I believe the Athenaeum is sort of just a private, very specialized private library, essentially.
Yeah, right.
that's correct. Yeah.
But would have maybe scientific or more specific things rather than just a generic. But I can still try there. Yeah, of course. What else do you want me to look for while I'm there?
Any records of the building or anything peculiar happening in the area, particularly close to him? Disappearances, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, records of the building, something that happened in the area. What was the area before? Yes, and also we could do that. Yeah, okay. Anything else?
Is anybody going to the news agents to look for any publicised things that might have happened, like again, like disappearances or peculiar happenings, that kind of stuff?
Well, I don't know if the local newspaper would be willing to allow me to inspect their files. I do work at
the library have an archive that you could use?
Oh yes, the library, of course. Yep. So,
Well, there's 4 of you, and it sounds like there's 4 places that you want to explore, right? So the library, Providence, Athenaeum. One of you said you wanted to go to the police station, and
Yeah, it's me.
yeah, sorry, Sterling, I forgot where you said you wanted to go.
So like City Hall.
The City
to
Hall.
get some-
That was it. Yeah.
to
So
get
do we?
some police
Should you do one to each? One person goes to each place.
I'll drop them off as I go around. So do you want to do it as a round robin and then do me last?
Okay. So who was going to the library? Just the standard John Hay library.
I'll do that if no one else will.
Okay. Please make a library use roll.
Okay. Ooh, I fumbled.
I thought it had to be 100. It has to be 100, doesn't
You're
it?
right.
If it's
Just-
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just missed fumble by 1. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you don't uncover anything.
Oh. I was expecting more from this library.
Yeah. Would you like to push your roll?
Yes.
Okay. How
So, I'm just
exactly?
gonna-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to the librarians and just sort of tell them that it just has not met my expectations up to this point. I was expecting to have better resources, and but I'll give them one more chance to prove to me that they have the resources I need to answer my research questions.
Yep. That sounds great.
It's sort of like appeal to their sense of pride that they want to prove to me that this really is a top-notch library.
Mm-hmm. Okay, please make another. Yes, very nice. You just made it. And she tuts and says, "You're looking in the cosmic horror section, silly. It's not over there." And she guides you.
I must have had that young author Lovecraft on my mind. Yes, of course.
She guides you
Thanks
to the
for
right
pointing out.
section. Yeah.
Okay. And now that I'm in the actual history section, what do I find?
You discover that Rhode Island was one of the most active northern colonies in the slave trade, controlling over half of the trade in all of America. Newport was the most important Rhode Island port, but sorry, this is going to be quite a lot of reading to you guys, just so it'll be about 5 minutes, I think, by the looks of things. It's quite chunky, a lot of text, but it's fairly important information for sort of the background. So yeah,
I don't like the way it's starting off here.
Providence was also greatly involved. Despite the emancipation begun during the Revolution, the ownership of slaves continued until the 1840s. Originally, the slaves were primarily sold in the West Indies or brought back to Rhode Island to work on its own plantations. When Congress gave the trade an expiration date of 1806, Rhode Island served the hungry slave markets of the South, shipping as many slaves as they could as quickly as they could. This caused conditions for their human cargo, which were already poor, to deteriorate even more quickly. John Brown was tried in 1796 for violating the slave trade laws, but he was found not guilty. A year later, he was tried again, and his slave ship, ironically called the Hope, was confiscated. The Brown family of Providence had been successfully involved in the slave trade for decades, becoming one of the region's most prominent mercantile and political families. Rhode Island University was in fact renamed Brown University in honor of their donations. Over the years, the discovery of drainage tunnels and bricked-over cold storage rooms under some of the houses on College Hill have stoked suspicion that they were once used to smuggle slaves into Providence after the laws against the slave trade were passed. In 1901, a cornerstone and nearby tunnel was rediscovered during renovations on the house of John Brown. The stone was inscribed with Brown's name and a date of 1786, and appears to have stood at the entrance of a large tunnel running towards Benefit Street. The tunnel was wide enough for 2 grown men to crawl through. While the head architect dismissed it as a drainage conduit, the tunnel's discovery revived rumours that it had been used to smuggle slaves. And that's what the article that you read.
Okay, well, a lot of somewhat embarrassing history for those of us who reside in Rhode Island, but some good background knowledge. Nothing that directly links to 79 Prospect Street, though, right?
No, nothing there, unfortunately.
Okay, well, that's all I can collect from the John Hay Library. I'll call it a day's work.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll move on to the next one, which was the Providence Athenaeum, which I believe Elena, was going to.
Yes.
Gertie. Francis, there's too many names.
Yes.
Francis Wolstead.
Too many names, yeah.
So please,
Okay, so yes.
please make a library roll. Library use.
Sure. All right. Yeah. I don't have enough luck to spend.
Did you want to push the roll?
Well, what's the worst that can happen? They just kick me out of here. So yes.
Okay, please tell me how you're pushing
Let's
the
try
roll.
that.
So the first
20,
you get there and you're a bit
yeah.
lost. It's just kind of a bit overwhelming. It's a huge building. It's a beautiful Greek revival structure built in 1838, and you're just overcome by the decor and stuff, and you're too busy focusing on the structure itself and not paying attention enough to what's going on inside. So how exactly are you pushing your roll, please?
Well, as soon as I go in, as you said, I am overwhelmed, and I'm looking, wide eyes at all this beauty that I see inside, and then I surely spot one of the Athenaeum members of staff.
Yes, you see a security guard eyeing you warily. He seems to think you might have itchy fingers for some reason.
Oh, okay. So, is a male, yes? Of course,
Yes.
security guard at the time will be a man.
Mhm.
So, as long as it's a man, I'm going there because I think I can work my charms.
Okay.
And this, I got to the security guard. Is it afternoon or morning? Morning.
It's afternoon, getting towards evening. Actually, they're probably going to close in a couple of hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. This is my first time here. It is absolutely stupendous, this place.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, and you seem like a man that knows a lot of this. Have you been working here long?
He raises an eyebrow at you. Well, my shift started at 8, so...
Sorry, can you repeat that?
He raises an eyebrow at you and says, "Well, my shift started at 8, so."
At 8 this morning?
Yeah, he's making a joke. He's being sarcastic because you said.
Yeah, I was smiling. You cannot see I was smiling. I was smiling and I said, I see. Well, aren't you funny? I was wondering, and I'm going to be flapper with my eyes. I was wondering if you could be so nice and tell me what is the part here where I could find something about historical facts that we have had in our past, especially the slavery chapters of our history, the years and the locations. Do I need to roll a charm on this?
Yeah, so actually rather than pushing the original roll, you've actually done something entirely different, which is just change the roll, which is fine. If you want to make a charm or persuade roll instead of pushing the original library use, then I'll allow that and you can get him to do it instead.
Splendid. Because I thought I had to do both, but that's worked out. All right, here we go. Oh no! Oh no!
And Francis got shot.
I feel the bitter taste of defeat.
Well, that's your first attempt at charming him. If you'd like, you could attempt to push it.
Oh yes, well, definitely gonna push this.
So he's looking a bit sweaty and uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
Sorry, you have to explain what you're doing first. He's looking a bit sweaty and uncomfortable as you flirt with him.
Of course,
he's not sure how to respond,
well,
and he's feeling the pressure.
I was putting my hand on his shoulder, and then I was going slowly with my fingers up to his cheek to go a little buffet there on his cheek, and I said, "You are absolutely very helpful. And I know I can count on you to help me here, because you see, I have to deliver this to my boss, that is research. So it would be really great if you could help me to find it, so I don't get in trouble." And then flap with my eyes.
Okay, I'll give you a bonus die since I like that. So you failed the first roll. Nice. I'll allow you to click the bonus and give you one bonus die on this.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so unfortunate. You missed it by 3. You can spend luck if you wanted to.
I know. Oh, he's really a very strong man, this one.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably at this point you noticed the marriage ring on it.
No.
I think Francis has done this to him before and doesn't remember. That's what I think.
Did you want to spend 3 luck to turn that into a success, or are you just going to leave it?
I don't think I can spend luck on a push. But
you can, but it doesn't. You won't get the. You won't get the skill check for it. You'll get the success, but you won't get a skill check for spending luck.
Oh, are you sure? Oh well, then yes.
Yeah, you can pretty much always spend luck apart from on sanity rolls and things like that.
I wasn't sure about these re-rolls and bonus dice and stuff.
No, if you push the roll, you can then spend luck as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yes, please. Then yes.
Okay, so please mark off the 3 luck.
Yep.
So he looks at you for a bit, squints his eyes, and.
Sorry, no. Didn't.
Well, you're really unlucky tonight.
I didn't press the edit button.
Yeah. So he squints at you for a second, and you feel your heart beat in your throat as he kind of analyzes you. And he smiles and says, "I'm sure I can rustle something up for you." And he goes away, and he leaves you waiting for about half an hour or so. And then he comes back with a big smile on his face, and he hands you a letter, which appears to be addressed from Jacob Bishop.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. I open the letter and I start reading it.
And we've got another quite large text chunk. There seem to be 4 paragraphs. Is everyone happy to read 1 paragraph each? Aloud? Or would you rather just spend 5 minutes reading it in your own head?
Well, your audience isn't going to get much from that.
Yeah. Or would you like me to read it? I don't mind. We can do either.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just trying to expand it out there. I'll put it now.
We can take turns.
Yeah, I think
Providence, January the 5th, 1811. Dear Philip, it is with immeasurable sadness that I tell you that Elijah Winscott has passed from this world, and is now in the loving arms of our Lord. We had all known that he was not in good health for some years, in both his body and spirit. He had, excuse me, he had made it the most hard to know his troubles, for he had quit the company of the fellows. I did visit him in the country house, where he had lived for some years now. As he lay in his sick bed, he broke his silence and told me that tale that I cannot properly reckon. I do not rightly know if I should tell it now to you, but I know you worry greatly for your friend, or our friend. Yep, there's my paragraph.
Lovely, thank you, Kev.
Before I burst into coughing.
Who would like to go next? Guy?
Okay. He recalled me that 15 years past, he had pondered how we might continue our trade, which had served us so well. The hateful laws against our livelihood and the troubles that beset good John Brown caused him no end of upset. Well, I remember, as you must, Elijah's character and speaking in the tavern during this time. We thought it idle fancy and too much drink. We all of us laughed to hear him speak of how we should dig tunnels 'neath the town. We did not know then that 'twas not idle fancy altogether. We did not know that he had been making plans in secret. For when the cellar 'neath Elijah Winscott's home was laid, a tunnel was found. This tunnel did go close to the river, and it was no matter to dig it yet closer. He would use this passage to shepherd slaves to and from the town.
Lovely, thank you, Guy. Francis Wolstead, paragraph 3, please.
All had been said, and Elijah did wait happy in his home for his men to bring him his slaves. But they did not come. When he began to wonder what had kept them, he and the men he had to hand went down to see what they might find. They found death. In a straining voice, he told me of parts of men strewn. Sorry, I don't know that word.
Strewn means
Thrown about.
cast about, yeah.
All right, strewn like rags across the tunnel. White men and slaves alike. He could not be sure, for he did not linger, but he did think that not all men were accounted for, nor did he note anything of the slave women. But where could the others have gone, and what had come for them? The shadows of the caverns did seem to leer at him, keeping the mystery from him. Quickly he returned, and quickly he made walls of strong brick underneath his home near the river to keep out whatever may be below.
Lovely, thank you, Francis. And finally, Sterling.
Okay. Here, he knew no rest from the day forward, certainly not while he remained in that house. All we knew that was that he fell ill and spoke no more of schemes to thwart the laws. From his sick bed at the end of his life, he said that chasms plunged deep beneath the town. He had quit, and he peered out of his window at the swaying maple trees. He seemed afraid. I can only hope that this country house was some peace to him as he breathed his last. May his heirs have better fortune in that house, in Providence, than he. With sincere esteem, Jacob Bishop.
Lovely, thanks very much, guys.
Thank you very much. I didn't catch your name. Sorry. Does he have a name tag on his?
Nelson.
Nelson. Nelson, you've been very, very nice to me. Thank you so much.
No worries. We try to treat all our members here with the same degree of respect and appreciation. So thank you for spending time here at the Providence Athenaeum, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Obviously, I guess the letter has to go back to him.
Yes, yeah.
I don't suppose I could borrow this for the afternoon and bring it back tomorrow morning.
You're going to have to make a very hard persuade roll on that. An
Okay.
extreme persuade roll. He's not going to give out important documentation of the library. You
But
might be
see-
able to get it transcribed. You might, but if you want to take it away, you're going to have to make an extreme persuade.
Yeah. Persuade is 10. Right. You know, Nelson, the thing is, my boss doesn't think I do my job very well, and he thinks that when he sends me out, like I just go in a coffee shop and waste my time, and I go like buying clothes or makeup and stuff. If I could bring this back to him, I would prove to him that I actually have done a good job. Help me, don't you? And that's my attempt at persuade.
Okay, please make a... Oh no, not even close. Oh no. No, he looks at you like you're crazy. And he pulls it out of your reach and says, no, this has to go back in the file now. If you'd like to transcribe it, I'm sure you can do so, but we're running out of time now before the library closes.
I will come back tomorrow morning to transcribe it then, if he doesn't believe me. Thank you very much. With a very sad eye, I look at him. Very sad eyes. You know, thank you very much for your help.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so... Sterling, make a library use roll, please. See if you can find anything at the city hall.
Can I not do a charm roll? Because Sterling would not be of any idea. He'd be going to the right department and then just chatting up whoever's there to see if they would get him the blueprints for the house for the last 100, 200 years.
Sure, make a charm roll instead. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, let's hope I didn't do... Well, I guess I was going to say don't do like Francis, but she did technically succeed, so... Go... Oh, yay!
An
That's
extreme
fine.
success. She's extremely taken over by your charmingness, and she roots through them and brings you up the blueprints, no problem.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, And can I take them or make a copy?
You can make a copy of them. You won't be able to take the originals.
Okay. Do they have photocopy machine? No, they wouldn't have photocopy.
No.
With
Okay.
their...
You'd
It's
have
set
to
as this
stencil
as
it or whatever.
Yeah, I think Sterling with his art skills would try and copy the prints from like the first when it was built to recent. Yeah, so yeah, he'll happily spend time doing that.
Oh, I've been forgetting to mention. Make sure you check the success skills
Yeah.
that you get. Yeah. Yeah, brilliant. So you make a copy of the blueprints, no problem. You can't see anything on there out of the ordinary from just while you're working. They just seem to be ordinary blueprints, and the cellar just seems to be by itself with no other markings or anything around it.
Because I did so well, if I asked whoever was on the desk about, tunnels in the area, would they say anything?
That I don't make a luck roll. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I was going to say...
It depends if she's read some... Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say I don't know all this stuff about the sewer tunnels and stuff, but I do know there is tunnels under the house. So,
Exactly, yeah.
okay.
You haven't quite yet received any information from the others,
Yeah.
'cause they're all separate from you, so...
Okay, let's try look.
And honestly, it depends if she has just happened to read newspaper
I
articles
thought
and
that.
stuff.
Yeah, because
like, hence the luck roll.
Oh, no.
No, she doesn't know what you're talking about. She has no idea.
Fair enough. That's me done. I'll happily spend the rest of my time making the copies.
Cool, okay, thank you. And finally, Abraham, what is it you were doing again? Going to the police and looking for any kind of reports or articles about
I've a few
strange.
things that I've made a couple of notes of what I'm trying to do. So
Okay.
for the criminal record search, I'm going to look for missing persons that are in that area.
Right.
Probably focusing on coloured people, because that's probably going to be the people that they were trying to kidnap and that
Right.
to be used as slaves. Any criminal records associated with the family. And then I also want to look if there's any dropped investigations where people might have been sort of persuaded not to continue looking into something.
Anything suspicious? Okay.
Yeah, and the final bit would be to speak to any old-time cops that might be knocking around and see what rumours they might be able to spring for me. So I don't know what roles I'll be looking at there. I mean, I guess law for the things like the criminal records, but the rest of it, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I think law or library use, and then the other would be persuade or charm when you're talking to the cops. See if you can get any information from them. So make a law or library use roll first. Hard success. Let's see if I've got anything for you. Yes, you find out that John Brown, a wealthy merchant and politician, was tried in 1797 for violating the law of the Slave Trade Act of 1794. His acquittal demonstrated that the laws might exist, but that their enforcement was another matter entirely at the time.
Okay. So that would that fall under the criminal records, the dropped investigations type ones?
Yes, yeah.
Do I pick up anything on missing persons?
No, that apparently they haven't, they don't have a list of missing persons at the moment.
Okay, and there's no criminal records associated with the family that were Wincott
The
family?
Winscotts.
Yeah.
Let me just see here 1 second. Okay, no, nothing. The family's clean.
Okay, and then persuade for the old-time cops to see if I get any rumours that they've got of stuff going on in the area.
Yep, we'll go for a persuade or a luck, actually.
No. Okay.
No. So either you can't persuade them to spill information they don't wish to gossip with someone they don't know who's outside of the force, or they just don't know anything.
Okay, that'll do for me, and then I'll circuit back round everybody picking them up.
Cool, so it's now towards the evening, the libraries and places are starting to close, it's gotten dark, and you round them up and start heading back to Josh Winscott's new residence for a nice hearty meal, or you hope to be a nice hearty meal.
Yes, hello, Mr. Winscott. We're back. We've uncovered some really interesting information you might be interested in. Hello. We're ready for dinner. We're kind of hungry.
The door creaks open again, and silence greets you once more.
Told you guys, told ya.
He's probably just puttering around a bit in the basement. Let's have a look around. Mr. Winscott? Hello?
Can we smell food cooking?
You're welcome to go into the kitchen and do a spot hidden. It's not really
Exit Lincoln's drawing his gun, so just in case. It won't be his big proper gun. It'll only be a pistol.
his sidearm. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get my big magnifying glass out and wink at Francis.
It's a bit silly. It's a bit silly doing a spot hidden for something like looking for dinner and ingredients, but
I'm showing her that I really enjoy doing it. So, well, that's good because I clearly was too busy looking at the magnifying glass to notice anything else.
well, you get a bonus die. Don't forget, that's the power of the magnifying glass. 77,
no.
still miss. You don't notice anything. You're too busy enjoying the new magnifying glass.
Okay, that settles it. Let's go to the Italian restaurant on Federal Hill.
Perhaps you check out the rest of the house to see if this guy's around.
Yeah, screw Josh Winscott. Let's go for dinner.
Now your social skills, they're starting to slip again. You might know that to be that string again.
I guess in the car we would have all talked to each other, wouldn't we, about what we found out as well?
Yeah, well, I'll stop them before they go down. We're going down to the cellar, right? So I found
I'll
this.
go check the kitchen and that, but
Yeah, you can do another spot hidden in the kitchen if you'd like before heading down.
I can't find the kitchen.
Maybe he doesn't have a kitchen.
So is there any fragrance of food in the air? So anything, because obviously if he's cooking something, we must smell something.
Well, that's what
Or
the
not.
spot hidden's before. No one's
Yeah, I
no
know,
one's
but-
noticed anything yet.
But
There's no food smell. There's no food smell. No.
no smell felt. No, what am I saying? No food smell. No food smell at all. Okay.
No.
I wonder at this point if he was starting to prepare for the dinner, but then he was tempted and he went down in his tunnels again.
But he did
And-
say he was going to go to sleep, so maybe he's in bed and just overslept.
Could be, but now it's a bit. So perhaps we should go and check his room first. But while we are moving around, I repeat the finding of my letter, and especially the part where there has been this people going down in the tunnels and not returned. I am a little bit concerned about this part there, so actually we should approach with caution.
Yeah, I think
I agree with that very sensibly. Our luck's not been great when we've just gone in for popping into somewhere so far.
should we go upstairs? Because I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you remember his journal's upstairs as
Yeah.
well, which he nicely told me.
While we're climbing up the stairs, I just carry on. So Elijah died in 1811. And he was telling the story because they haven't read the letter, so I'm telling the story. And he said that he wanted to carry on his trading after the law passed 15 years before. Now 1811, obviously minus 15 is 1796, which matches with what we have heard. John Brown, right?
Yeah.
And Francis is just thinking out loud, basically, going up the stairs.
Okay.
And yeah. Do we have any paintings of these people? Maybe a scary, creepy painting of Elijah on the stairways?
There's numerous paintings of various things, like landscape paintings and a couple of portraits, a few pets, just standard family things.
No Elijah.
Yes, then they'll probably be make a luck roll.
Oh, with my luck. Oh, right, there you go.
So yeah, you find as you're going through up the stairs and through the hallway, through the various rooms, I'm assuming looking for Josh Winscott, you open a door and into what must be the master bedroom. Above the bed is a large portrait of Elijah Winscott.
How does he look like?
Handsome,
What?
handsome and
Handsome.
well groomed,
No
wealthy,
tentacles or
well groomed. The eyes seem to follow you about the room, but that's about it.
So, do we think this is his bedroom or it's just a room?
There's no insight check in this. It would be psychology, wouldn't it? But that doesn't really apply. You get the impression that this is the main room, so this would be the main bedroom.
I'm looking for his journal because he told me it was upstairs in his room.
He said it was in his bedside cabinet.
Yeah.
He gave me like very strict instructions, so I think he wants me to look at it.
He said, "Don't look at it." He probably shouldn't have
But he
told you at all.
He told me exactly where it is, so that's when someone's trying to tease you, I think that's what he was doing.
The drawer is locked, however, when you go to open it.
So, I'll me and Francis, I think, can have a go at trying to pick the lock.
Yeah, you go for it. Yeah, then I'll try if you don't. Yeah, if you can't open it.
Oh, I didn't do it, Francis. You'll have to have a go.
Sterling, look, this is how it's done. And I take a pin from my hair, and obviously I'm gonna fail it now.
No, you did it.
There you go.
Very good.
You see, the trick is in the pulse. Yeah.
I don't have any hair clips, you see, so I just have to do it with my nose.
Oh, that's it. Hang on, let me give you one, and I just put one of my hair clip in his hair.
I'll keep it there as a good luck charm. So I'm grabbing the journal though, and let everyone gather around and have a look at the journal on the bed.
It's completely blank apart from a neatly scrawled line on the first page which says "Mind your own business."
I'm keeping the journal, so when I find his dead body, I can be like, look, but your joke.
Sterling, you must use your magnifying glass here.
So can I look at the squiggle to make sure he's not
Sure. I heard of these stories. There is a special ink. There is a special ink that appears only in certain situations, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Sterling will get his magnifying glass out in case. He's lemon water or whatever it is to secretly write in it.
All right, make a spot hidden roll, I guess, with a bonus die.
Okay, you know nothing's going to happen, but at least you tried.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, is there anything on the special page?
No, it's just a blank book.
Okay, I feel good though that it's just a book.
Just a normal, everyday blank book.
Yeah, have a look around the room, see if there's any signs of disturbance, like a trail of blood bleeding down into the cellar.
A hanging corpse.
Yeah.
No,
subtle hints that there's something evil afoot.
no, it seems like a perfectly normal room. Everything's just very clean and neatly organised.
So, Mr. Winscott.
Oh, Jersey boy, where are you?
Where are you?
I'll try the other rooms.
Is there a telephone in the house?
That is a good shout. There probably would be, yes, somewhere.
I shall look at Guy and I go, so, it's going as expected? Should I make a call?
Well, he did. I still want to honor his request to remain discreet. But it would seem that our choices here are to either report his disappearance to the authorities or to do a bit of looking around ourselves.
It might not have been disappeared. It might be in the cellar.
Yeah, let's have a look. Check the doors and everything on the way down, just in case he's lying tucked away in a cupboard or something.
Every single room. Maybe fainted in the bathroom. So everything. Even we check everything. Bathroom, storage.
While everyone else is checking the rooms, I'll just run over to the neighbour and ask if they saw him leave or something. Yeah.
Your search turns up nothing successful. Unfortunately, it's a fruitless endeavour. He appears to be nowhere to be found, and the neighbours haven't seen anything. No.
So he's definitely dead in the basement.
Earlier this morning,
let's give him a hope to be still alive in the basement.
Sterling's asking everyone for bets this time. He's like, so he's going to gamble with everyone and say that he's pretty sure he's dead already. So does anyone want to gamble?
Sounds like a sucker bet to me.
Perhaps he broke a leg or something, and it's just an unfortunate accident. And
Do you want to put a dollar on this bet that he's dead or broken leg?
I'll take that bet. Yes.
Oh, okay.
In the meantime, I shall acquire my duffel bag and upgrade my ordnance.
Okay, so you're pulling out the Tommy gun.
Yeah.
No problem.
I go to the fire to the fireplace and I get a poker.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I want to see if I can make a couple of, like, the burning torch type stuff. When you go looking for monsters, they're mandatory. But I want to get a couple of those, and I'll pass them to Francis and just say,
Yep.
It's a cellar and the tunnel, so you might want to have something that can burn away cobwebs and things.
Oh, yes. Oh, no. I think there are spiders down there. Oh, no. Ooh. And I close my eyes and shiver. Oh, no. Okay. So perhaps I close the rear, yes?
You do what, sorry?
I'll be at the rear.
Oh, be at the rear, okay. Yeah, so you want to make, Abraham, going back to you, you wanted to make torches, so I guess you could smash up a chair and use the chair legs, and like...
Can I
broom handles and stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that, okay, and like wrap cloth around it.
see if there's any, normal lanterns and stuff before we start smashing the guy's house up? Just before, I'll quickly look around for,
There'd probably be stuff like that in the basement if you wanted to make a luck roll when you're down there, yeah.
Oh, no, but I mean, he must have, candles or, normal things in his house. But,
yeah, okay, make a luck roll if you can find one. See if you can find one.
Feel bad for smashing this guy's house, even though I know he's dead, but still. Oh, no. Smash away.
Well, I'm only doing it to, broom handles and stuff like that, so you can mops.
Yeah, great. So you make a couple of torches unlit. If you use them as a weapon, they'll do 1d6 damage plus burn, which I think is 1d3 for minor burns per round. And I'll look that up in a minute if you actually do attack anything with it. And Francis, the poker counts as a large club, which is 1d8 plus your damage build. Which I think your damage build is just normal, isn't it? 0? You don't have a
1d8, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
And I've got my lantern and torches in there, so I can dish those out to increase the light that we might have down there.
Oh yeah, you had. So after you come back, Sterling, and can't find anything, Abraham just shoves a torch in your hand.
Nice.
So, what would you like to do?
The cellar.
Are we heading into the cellar?
Guys, sure we shouldn't have dinner first, like a light sandwich before we go in, because...
Yeah, I was thinking that. We're missing the dinner.
Yeah,
Perhaps we just have a quick look to make sure he hasn't tripped going down the stairs and broken his leg, and then go out to the Italian restaurant.
This stuff doesn't usually have a time limit on it, so I think that would be fine.
Okay, guys, so making your way to the basement, you find in it a cooling cup of coffee sat on the side. Tools lie near a brick wall in which a hole big enough to get through can be seen. On the other side of this hole is a brick-lined tunnel that quickly seems to branch into what looks like a wider natural cavern from what you can see.
I check to see if there's any sign of struggle inside the basement.
Okay, please make a spot hidden.
Ooh,
Very nice, yeah, very nice. So you don't see any signs of struggle, but you do notice there are man's footprints disappearing into the hole in the dust and the floor. And
how old do I think the coffee is? You said it was cooling, but
it was cooling, so within the last half hour kind of thing, it was obviously made.
Okay, so if he's gone down there, it's half an hour or so ago, so he could still be okay.
Are we going to try and shout out to him or be more stealthy about it?
Let's take the stealthy alternative.
Okay, so all of us try and be quiet.
Yeah.
Alright, so just going to move you all onto the new map now. Can you all see where you are now in a basement? You're on the party token.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone should be able to see the square basement about the top right hand corner of the map.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone should be able to move the party token as well as they see fit, so everyone can move you along. And unfortunately, you can move freely around in the map, so just try and stick to within the walls. To obviously roleplay realism. But guys, we've almost come to half past the hour, so we're going to take our break now. We'll take 5 or 10 minutes just to go to the loo, get any drinks we need to get, and we'll be right back at about, should we say 22? So 8:40. Don't go anywhere, guys. Alright, welcome back to Call of Cthulhu, everyone. We are carrying on with our scenario, The Darkness Beneath the Hill. Our investigators have just got back to Josh Winscott's house to find it evidently empty and void of all life. They've come downstairs and it appears, judging by the footprints leading into the tunnel, that Josh Winscott has wandered off into the into the tunnels. And that's where we're picking up.
Well, he couldn't have gotten too far. Who would like to take the lead here?
No.
I will step forward.
Somebody mentioned spider webs, so nope.
The people with the guns always go at the front, and then the other people go at the back. That's how I do it.
That's why
Agent Lincoln has already stepped forward with a slight roll of his eyes.
Sterling puts his arm and goes guns before beauty, and me and Francis will move to the end of the group.
Sounds good.
Right, Kevin, so you drive the token.
Ooh, it's like a dungeon crawl.
I look for footprints in the dirt.
Okay, please make a spot hidden or a track roll. Well, it'll be more of a track roll since you've already spotted it already, haven't you? So, yeah, make a track roll. Oh, you nearly got it. Yeah. Do you want to spend 6 luck or push your luck?
Oh no.
Push your roll. Oh no, okay.
Don't want to push the roll. No, there's the chances of me getting anything better than that is not great.
That's a good roll though, considering
A good
your
attempt.
level.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. So, you can't seem to see the footprints. They get lost in the debris and dust from the excavation.
Anybody want to pick a preference for which way to go?
You mean draw an arrow with the chalk ball?
I have brought chalk.
Are we gonna do that old trick with the string, like we're trying to find a minotaur or something, just in case?
Well, I brought chalk to draw on the walls in case we
We
need
can
to work away.
draw the arrow or something. Yeah, we're going this way. Well, which way are we going? Agent Lincoln.
That's what I was asking. Do you want to go left or right? Well, it's opening up to the left, so let's if I'm looking more to our right as I look at the screen.
Yeah, I can see the bit that's slightly bigger, yeah.
Assuming
Yeah.
north is at the top, then that would be heading east.
Yes, that's correct. North is at the top, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
East it
always
is.
turns left, right? So let's turn right. For change.
How far ahead is that? I've got no idea on scale here.
You got 10 feet of light.
Is that so? We've got a torch and a lantern going. So is that right? Or
I could give you a bit more. I could give you, if you want, probably up to 20.
I don't know. Whatever's the right amount for the.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking, yeah.
We've got 4 torches, haven't we? I presume that's quite a lot of light.
Yeah, that would be about... Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put it up, bump it up to 20. There you go.
I'll be walking backwards some of the times to make sure nothing comes from behind. Yeah. I'm holding on to Sterling if he allows me.
Okay, so you...
I'll check the floors, the ceilings, and everything as we go along.
Okay. Yeah, as you head along, after about 50 feet, the tunnel has completely collapsed. It seems like it may have happened a while ago.
Oh, that's what down here is. It's all dead.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that answers which way to go.
But is
Does anyone want to search around in here before we sort of move on, or we'll just go out and try and catch up with him?
Is it a recent cave-in though, or like did it just happen? I'm guessing we could tell the difference.
Yeah, you have no idea. It's just caved in at some point.
Oh, so he could be under it.
There's no dust floating in the
Oh
air.
no, it obviously hasn't happened recently, like in the last day or so. It's all settled and everything's
Yeah.
calm, so there's no evidence of it only just happening.
Okay. Well,
Let's head west.
chalk the wall. You see anything peculiar from here?
Just darkness of the tunnel.
Can we hear anything? Like, I don't know, like any noises or anything? So we're being quiet.
No, just a hollow wind seems to be blowing through.
Oh yeah, we said we're going to be quiet a couple of times, so do you make stealth rolls?
Yeah, you can all make stealth rolls, yeah. If you're trying to be sneaky.
I'm not that sneaky.
Yeah, clearly not. You all have torches and stuff as well, so it'd be hard to be that sneaky in the dark. Very nice,
would-
guys.
I think we're not about to be very quiet going around here.
You're on your own, Abraham.
Oh yeah! We're
Yes!
invisible. Some of us are invisible.
Yeah, literally, you turn around and you're
Except Richard Lincoln.
you're shouting to yourself, Abraham Lincoln. No one's there. You turn around, they all seem to have disappeared.
The three of us with our extreme successes somehow cancel out his.
Yeah, to make it
Lack of
normal.
Yeah, sure, why not?
3 extreme successes. I mean,
How do you silence him? How do you do it? Tell me.
I put a hand
Accidentally
over his mouth.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna put my coat up so it looks large to hide the light of his torch.
Well, I probably don't have a torch in my hand because I've got a 200 weapon in my hand.
You're invisible too now, so that's cool.
Right. Then you'll say something when we come, because we are
I
looking
will,
around.
yeah. So, as you are proceeding up ahead, you notice something on the floor.
Whereabouts? Can you ping it?
Yes. Just there.
I
It's
didn't see a ping.
out of our light. Yeah.
Oh, is it maybe?
Ah, there we go. Is that it?
Yep.
And let's
Is it-
figure out what it looks like from here.
After you've moved about 200 feet along the tunnel, you come across what appears to be some form of human remains. They belong.
Past experience, I'm going to say, guys, you might not want to look at this, and I'll go and check it out.
Okay.
Sterling's having a cigarette because he knows what happens when he looks at stuff like that.
Oh, a junction.
Company then.
So I'm looking at the blotchy black bit of human remains that's in there.
Yeah, they appear to be quite skeletal, so they're not. It's not like a corpse that's recently been. I don't know. It's not like a recent corpse. They're quite
Okay.
skeletal and bony and dry, dusty bones.
Is it like one person or multiples?
Appear to be about 6 people in total. There are remains of iron manacles around the limbs of 3 of them.
Ah. So, Francis, do you think this might be where Josh's ancestor found his escaped? Well, his slaves and slavers.
That could be. What do they look like?
Well, it looks like some were in manacles, and there's about half a dozen of them.
So what were they doing right here in the middle of the tunnel?
Being eaten.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Please, if you'd like, make a medicine roll or a history roll on the as you inspect the bones.
Okay.
Oh, very nice. By 2.
Medicine or history?
Mhm.
I think we'll pass on history. May as well pass on that as well.
So, Guy, with your success... Oh, we are still going. Okay, I wasn't sure. Oh, that's a fumble, Francis.
Oh. Sterling's too dumb to even try these 2 rolls, so he's fine.
So I come up with a sentence of mine, but of course, but just looking at how they're dressed, these must be, and I say something that I'm sorry, I do not know, but something in the likes of they come from this particular tribe, group of people, and they are absolutely not from that group of people because I have no idea what I was talking about.
I will try not to embarrass Francis too strongly when he says, well, I have an alternate theory about this.
Sterling agrees with Francis, whatever she made up. He thinks it's true.
Francis, as you leaning down and speaking your opinion, and you get close to the remains, a spider crawls out of one of the skull's eyes, and you scream and leap backwards. Can you please make a sanity roll for me?
I make the most acute scream anyone could ever hear, and sanity.
Yes, please.
Oh well, I think that will be okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You shrug it off. Very nice. We need to somehow get that sanity down. I don't know how we're going to do that when you keep rolling and you can't fail, basically.
I don't know. I'm sure they couldn't go any higher than what I was.
You just use bigger spiders. You can make the spiders slowly get bigger
and larger armies of spiders.
Well, there are cases where even if you succeed your roll, you still lose sanity. So.
That's true.
There are.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Dwayne. So, Guy, with your knowledge of history, you correct her and gently tell her that the rotting clothing present on the remains without manacles is from the colonial era, and it seems that many of the bones have become separated over time, possibly due to violence or vermin. You're not sure which.
These are clearly from the colonial era. I think maybe late Georgian, perhaps.
All right. Oh yeah, I didn't spot that part of the skirt there and that part of the shirt. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely right. If I only seen it before, yeah.
So this garb is is it of a particular class of individual, or like wealthy individual, or
it's quite hard to tell because it's so old and you're getting just rags and bits of it. It's just so damaged by time and being in poor conditions that it's really hard to tell at this point.
I'm just going to assume that this is the people that's mentioned in the letter.
The three...
A mixture of slaves and slavers.
The 3 with the manacles around them are wearing significantly less impressive looking robes, though, and clothes than the other 3. Like, they're less colourful, and there's frills and things on the other people's clothes, so... Whereas there's just basic linen seems to be on the manacled remains.
Sorry, Guy, do they come from different times and different eras, different tribes, different groups?
I believe what I'm seeing is from the same era, just a mix of different classes of people, as Agent Lincoln said, both the slave owners and the slaves themselves.
And they're all chained up. Did we say they're chained up somehow as well?
3 of them have remnants of manacles on the bones.
Oh, okay. So that's a little bit strange, isn't it?
So brought here in this particular spot.
You notice as you inspect closer that some of them, the clothing appears to have been torn with bloodstains on it.
Well, these folks, at least some of them, deserve a more decent memorial than this. This is not very respectful to leave them in a tunnel like this.
Oh, surely not. You're right.
And how long have we been walking for, roughly?
Oh, it was only about 200 meters, 200 feet down the corridor,
Okay.
so it's like literally
I was
about
thinking.
5 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe, if that.
I was thinking because then to catch up to the guy, so we've not gone that far, have we, to catch up?
Before we step into the junction here, maybe we should. Anybody good at tracking to see if we can pick up Josh's tracks? See whether he continued west or proceeded south.
No, I think I'm the same.
Anyone looking may make a spot hidden.
Okay,
I'll try again. But...
Hold on.
Ah,
Come on, Sterling's gonna get his big magnifying glass out as well.
Oh, even closer with that. If I spend luck on a roll, I can't then
Ticket.
gain ticket, can I?
No, you can't improve it later, no. Yeah, brilliant. So, both Abraham Lincoln and Sterling, you notice that... let me see. At 10 feet away from you in the southern wall there's an opening, and at the base of the opening there is a stub of a Turkish cigarette.
Ooh.
So that would be here-ish. That's the opening.
Well, we know that's Mr. Winscott's favorite cigarette.
Yeah, so unless someone's just stole his cigarettes, we're pretty sure he's gone that way.
Can you show me that where the hole is again? Is that it here?
It's, yeah. If I can draw 1 second, I'll freehand. It's that there. If you all saw that. Why is everything grey? Try doing it a bit nicer colour red. There you go, in there. Anyone see that?
No, I can't see anything.
No.
Are you on the right layer?
Should be layer. Oh, it's on GM layer now. There you go, token layer.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Good. Now I can delete it. Boop. Okay. How would you like to proceed?
Well, I guess we go the way that the cigarette points. So you
South?
see, that's a little alcove. Did you say? How did you describe it? Is it an alcove in the bottom of the floor, like you know? Like
No, it's a
rack
tunnel
thing, you know?
opening in the side. So it's basically just another tunnel that you can proceed down.
Was it hidden or was it just not easy to see?
It was just a hole in the side, a cavern that you couldn't see until you got closer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it looked like he'd.
It's not like a
disguised
secret
it.
passage or anything like that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's just like a craggy entrance that you didn't notice until you got beside it.
So he's not like closed the door or anything. That's
No.
Well, let's step around the human remains and proceed south then, yes? Agent Lincoln, are you moving us?
Yeah. I guess that is me moving, isn't it? So like that.
Oh,
Well,
don't
that's
go through the
weird.
walls.
I don't know what's going on there.
You have to
I'll
stay
move
within
you-
the corridor.
Yeah, I'll move you there. There you go.
Okay. So I'm down this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we see anything?
Nope. So I'll skip you ahead. The passage carries on for about 1.5 miles. Then after a depth of 200 feet or so, you reach a downward sloping passage, and you come round a bend to see a steady dim light. The passage straightens out and the light ahead grows brighter, though the source still remains unknown to you. After about 5 minutes or so, the passage opens up into an enormous chamber lit by phosphorescent lichen. And we're going to move on to a new map now.
that mentioned in your letter you found again that there was some large chambers deep underground?
That would be
Francis?
That would be Francis. Yeah.
I'm sure it did. Yeah.
Can everyone see this as well? By the way, the new map with the token on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So same principle.
I'm not able to see it yet.
Top left-hand corner.
Oh, okay, yes.
Try stealthing again.
Yeah, but can we see? Are we in the light now? Can we see without the torches if we needed to?
Dimly, yeah. It'd be easier to navigate with the torches because they only give off a faint glow that's hard for you to see with. Your human eyes to see with.
I say group decision. Do we stealth it without the torches or risk it with the torches?
Maybe reduce the light. Maybe just take back a couple and open them at the back, and then we step a few feet in front of you, and shine the torches mostly at the ground.
Okay. And if me and Francis keep the torches and you guys don't, and if you see anything, you can tell us to put them out if needed or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So trying to stealth along.
Okay, please make stealth rolls, everyone. Okay, so half success, and the other two didn't fail too badly. So you're moderately quiet. Obviously, the flashlights give away your position, but if you're covering them with your hands where you can and moving as quietly as possible, you might get the jump on something. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and see if I can see the tracks again. Is any sign of him being down here?
Please make a spot hidden or a track. Yeah.
Oh, spot hidden.
Spot hidden would be fine. Okay, so you don't notice any tracks, but as you enter the room ahead of you, you can see that the walls have been decorated with intricate carvings, including natural columns that tower to the ceiling 100 feet above. The carvings seem to be very old and covered with lichen that gives off the faint light, resulting in an eerie twilight broken up by your flashlights, which make unsettling shadows that dance and twist along the passage walls. Much of the fine work appears to have been damaged, and around 50 feet of the eastern wall has already collapsed, obliterating any carvings or passages once there entirely. And that's slightly further down, so kind of like here.
Alright. Can we make out anything of the ones that are closer to us, any of the carvings? Did it depict anything in particular that we can work out?
Please make archaeology rolls.
Ooh.
Cool. Anyone have archaeology?
Oh, guy, you almost rolled a crit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go on, burn a couple of luck for that.
Yeah, you can spend 2 luck on that if you want and turn it into a success.
I'll
do that.
because the rest of us.
Okay, I'll spend my 2 luck.
Brilliant. Please mark off the 2 luck. So you believe that the carvings are it's clearly the carvings are extremely ancient, possibly predating the oldest cave paintings so far discovered, while still showing a skill and style far beyond that of recognized primitive art. Serpent motifs dominate, some of which are enormous, and certain serpent designs are repeated over and over, possibly having some sort of symbolic meaning. A white crescent appears on the forehead of many of the more elaborate serpent carvings, and on top of that there are abstract and geometric designs, zigzags and spirals accompanying them, the carvings. Some of the carvings could be some form of curvilinear script consisting of curves, curls and loops.
Well, I'll
Anyway,
that
use any
together.
kind of... Oh, sorry, Paul.
And yes, friends, these are quite ancient. I think I did my sophomore year term paper on ancient serpent carvings. These are looking quite familiar to me.
The Arkham school system, best in the world, eh?
He's speaking, and I'm looking at him like nodding and very interested and thinking, "Wow, this guy knows a lot."
And guys, since you were able to succeed your archaeology roll, please make a Cthulhu Mythos roll for me as well. Ooh, very close again. Would you like to spend 4 luck to turn that into a success?
Do it. You're the only one who knows anything.
All right, 4 more. Puts me
more
down to
luck
46.
Please,
Yep.
thank you very much. So you realise that the words resemble Aklo, which is an occult language supposedly adapted from a pre-human one.
Wow. Could you spell that in the chat window?
Aklo, yes, A-K-L-O.
I'm recognizing Aklo symbology here, friends. Don't ask me how I know that.
Is it another project you did at school?
That must be a junior year, yes.
Okay.
And the fact that we now know it's Aklo languages and people, how can that help us?
At the moment, you can't translate it or understand it. You just know that it dates pre-human history. Whilst
Yeah, I was asking. Yeah,
Oh, I see.
I was
Sorry, I
asking
thought you were
Guy.
asking me.
Yeah, I was asking
Okay,
Guy,
my
yeah.
bad. Okay.
sorry. Yeah.
No, that's okay. You can answer on my behalf because I wouldn't know.
Yeah. So what I just said, plus it's confusing and bewildering because it dates pre-human existence supposedly, but it's combined with artistic drawings of significant talent, obviously done by sentient, capable individuals.
I know about this stuff. I read a book on it not that long ago. Yeah, it's this Conan guy who's going out there and attacking people all about snakes. I remember that.
So, Guy, you're telling us that there is a society of people that lived before the humans lived here?
There is rumored to be, yes. Before human history, there is another history.
Well, this is
Serpent
This is
people, apparently.
unbelievable discovery. You should write a paper about it.
You know, I'll consider that, yes. Depends on what we find next.
Maybe Sterling should get a few sort of drawings of it as well.
Yeah, do you want me to try and sketch
Yeah.
some of the picture?
Get some etchings or tracing.
Yeah. Can I do that with my artistic skills?
Yeah, please make an art roll.
Okay.
That's better. Very nice. Yeah, you make some lovely stencil drawings of the shapes.
Can I do that thing they do on graves with the charcoal and you just rub it? Would that work?
I don't
Is
sure
there
why
like-
not. I don't know enough about art,
Yeah.
so yeah, probably.
I just know that's a quick way to get if they're.
Well, it did say
there.
there. Yeah, it did say they're engravings and stuff like that.
Oh
so-
yeah. I'm just thinking for time, this would be a quick method. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
you
do
can
that.
definitely get a few engravings, skits, what's it called, stencils or whatever. They're
Mhm.
yeah, no problem.
While he's doing that, can I just step a few feet ahead and just try to listen and look down the corridor and see if I can see anything
Yes, of course.
or hear anything?
Yeah, sure. Please make a listen roll.
I have to find the listen roll first of all. There we go. Yeah.
No, nothing. Just drip, drip, drip. Slightly further ahead. Okay. What now?
Well, when they're done, I'm waiting for everybody to be done and then I'll proceed along, I guess.
I don't think it'd take me more than 5 minutes to do the rubbing thing. So yeah.
Yeah, no, be careful as we go along and looking to see What's ahead? Oh, side corridor. Don't like
That
that.
looks like a very finished corridor off to the west there.
Yeah, I'll chalk up on the wall back the way that we've come so we know which way to go. I'll have a look down here. Any sign of our friend having gone down there?
Nothing meets your eye, no.
Okay,
Perhaps
so
we should take a quick peek. How wide is that corridor to our west? It looks narrow on the map.
Yeah, it's probably about 5 feet across, about the same size as a doorway.
So we'd have to go single file.
and that's definitely a worked corridor, yeah, as opposed to sort of a natural one. Like,
Yeah, it appears to be, yeah.
Oh, let's have a look.
I'll see if I can do just see if I can do tracking to see if I can find his footprints if he went down that way.
I'm gonna say, did Francis's letter say anything about?
Yeah.
No, nothing about this.
The actual layout of these, no, not that I can remember. No.
I was thinking, if it was it said anything about carved tunnels, or it was just more man-made. I couldn't remember the wording of it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
that's it. Yeah.
remember.
Would you like me to share it again? It should be in your handouts.
Yeah, I would just say if anyone knew on the cuff if they could remember, if it had said about made or that they were found. That was all I was.
I don't think that letter mentioned anything about being made.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
But I should tomorrow morning, if we ever get to tomorrow morning, I will go and copy it so that we have it.
Yeah, no worries. I was just thinking, yeah.
Let's keep going down the western corridor. I don't care if Josh has been here or not. I want to see what's down here.
I want some of his high quality Turkish cigarettes. I think I'll be taking them off him later.
Okay, so it looks like, is that a door? Or is that just a dead end
That
room?
is just a 10 by 10 tiled room with a big button in the center saying "Do not press."
Old guy back.
Really?
What, is there actually a button that says that?
Yeah, there's a big button in the center. The sign beneath it saying "Do not press."
Okay.
Really? Oh, no.
How would I try to figure out what the room's about and what the button does without pushing it?
I think we should listen to the button. I really think we should listen to the button and not press it and go away.
I kind of agree, but I just want to know what it does, if I can figure it
Yeah,
out.
I know you want to know what it does, but I grab him under the arm.
I think you guys should press it, and I'll wait outside in case something happens.
Yeah, I'll be with Sterling with a cigarette. Yeah, they don't like smoke, so we can go away for a bit further away. How about Agent Lincoln? We come and press the red button that says clearly "Do not press me." After we have looked at the rest.
I don't want to press the red button. I just want to try to figure out what it's connected to.
Oh.
So would it be mechanical repair or anything like that, so I can figure it out from there, or is it spot hidden, or is it just some disconnected red button?
It would be Cthulhu Mythos.
Well, I'm flat out of Cthulhu Mythos. I'm 0, so I can't make a score on that at all.
Can I get any more mileage out of my previous?
You'd have to make a new roll for this one entirely.
Okay, I'll try, but I'm not spending any more luck on it. Sure. No.
Oh no.
Right, I we're at the end of our look. Let's go back this way. Alright.
Okay, so
I'll write on the wall outside "Do not push" button.
okay. So as you progress deeper into the caverns, they become more damp. There are stalactites, stalagmites, and other cave formations formed by water throughout the complex. Besides the growing lichen, other forms of fungi can be found growing on the walls, ceilings, and floors.
Don't you think we might be heading towards the river?
You can make a navigate check, actually, and you'll know from your...
Oh, bonus, yeah.
Yeah, you get a bonus die
compass.
with a compass.
Navigate. Forward. Navigate. Oh, gold.
Your turn to spend luck. Your turn.
Yeah, go
Let's try
on.
the bonus first. No, but
Don't you
okay.
have your what?
I'll spend. Yeah, I just did the bonus. It was worse. I'll spend 1 point to turn it into a
success. Okay,
Yeah.
so you realise you're heading south, and the river was more in a westerly direction from the house.
Oh,
You because I spent luck. I don't get to use a.
No, unfortunately, you don't get to check it. No.
That's fine.
So generations of growth have made the floors soft with a coating of loam. Moisture makes the floor slippery in places, and water pools in certain spots. Rock falls and collapses have blocked off passages left and right, and created obstacles in some of the corridors. While there is evidence of workstone throughout the complex, whoever created the formations and the tunnels used the natural formations as much as possible, digging tunnels, creating walls, expanding chambers, and building supports only when necessary. Some surfaces are decorated with more of the serpent and geometric carvings, as well as occasional unfathomable texts.
Does any of these carvings look like they might represent water or anything like that?
What, like symbolic of
Yeah, waves or
waves
pools
and stuff?
or stuff
No,
like that.
no, just serpents. You're just getting a repeated serpent motif.
Do they look like my rubbings that I took before? Can I put them next to them to see if they look similar?
Yeah, there's obviously the same language and similar
Okay.
circular stuff.
Okay.
What it was called, circulinear? Did it say it was or something? Curvilinear.
So, guys, we've in the past come across some freaky stuff, and looking at these pictures, I think we're going to see some big ass snakes down here. So, I think Ed's up and weapons ready. If anybody nods and acknowledges me,
If anybody has any snake
Yeah.
phobias, now's the time to tell us.
I'm okay with snakes.
I have my poker out.
I've got my whip, Indiana Jones whip, now ready.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready with a quote though? Why is it
Yeah.
always snakes?
It belongs in a museum. Okay, so you enter a long twisting chamber that's decorated extensively with elaborate carvings. Whilst more snake motifs and geometric designs are present, there are also a series of murals. First, there are carvings of landscapes studded with towers and other structures. Robed serpentine figures are depicted engaged in various pursuits amongst the buildings. Some images show them worshipping an enormous serpent with a crescent symbol on its forehead. Others depict the serpent people and their cities being attacked by gigantic reptiles. The end scenes show the serpent people abandoning their cities above ground to these reptiles and migrating underground, creating a new homeland under the earth.
These reptiles look like Tyrannosaurus and stuff like that.
Make a no roll, please.
Education, isn't it?
Yes, education, yeah. Yeah, very good success. Very nice. Check it off. So yes, you recognise...
You don't get anything for that, do you?
Oh yeah, it's education. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my bad. Yes, you recognise instantaneously that the giant reptiles seem to be various dinosaurs, including pterodactyls who are carrying hapless serpent people away. You realise with a gasp that whoever made the carvings have very accurate representations of dinosaurs. Please make a sanity roll.
All of us?
Yes, I suppose, yeah. I would say just Kev for doing the recognition, but it's fairly obvious to everyone there that... Oh, what is this nonsense? Successes all around. Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Yay, someone failed, yay.
You can count on God for that.
Crazy guy. So that's a D3, please, Dwayne.
All right.
And everyone who succeeded gets a 0 sanity, so you're good.
2.
So you lose 2. Let me just consult my chart as well and see what a good reaction would be for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say you just freeze up for a moment and stare disbelievingly, since you're just completely taken aback by this as this realization settles in.
Okay, just kind of shaking in my boots.
Mm-hmm.
Dinosaurs. Why did they have to be dinosaurs?
There, guy. They're cool. You know, we saw them in the museum. I reckon one of those T-Rexes would make a really, really good mount.
Are we not all concerned about the, 7-headed snake beast in the middle? The dinosaurs are cool and all, but the thing in the middle is a bit scary.
So from these pictures, then I'm taking from that we're going to have snake people living underground, and that these tunnels are connected into one of their cities. And like you say, they probably worship some big snake. What's that thing in the Greek thing? You know, with the lots of heads. If you chop them off, they all come back.
Are we allowed to know this, or can we say it?
Well, it's not an uncommon thing, is it? Isn't it
a hydra? Or is that the two-headed one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you'd know of a Hydra, yeah.
The hydra. And I think the hydras live in water, so that's positive for us.
Alright, so we're moving on?
That's a bit too big for me to take a rubbing of, I think.
Please, yes, let's get out of here. This place scares me.
So I was going to say, but look, no spider people, Francis, so that's something.
That is very good. And putting my hand on Sterling, obviously, shoulder, to say, nodding, yes, that is very good. And then I look at this drawing there and I say, yeah, but...
Is it just me, or do I feel like I'm working my way through the belly of a snake?
That's what I was just thinking. Is that they're very snaky, this thing. So,
Do their bellies have 4-way intersections?
Okay, so as you reach this point,
Oh.
the passage ahead of you cuts off, and why can't I not? Oh, I'm on drawing. Okay, now I can ping. Yeah, as you reach this point, the passage ahead of you cuts off, and there is a vertical descent directly ahead of you that you will need to navigate in order to proceed and explore further. So the cavern floor below is 20 feet lower.
But what about the left and the right?
Yeah, so this isn't left or right. You have to try and think of it as horizontal 3D. So rather than going left or right, this is going up and this is going down. So it's basically like an elevator shaft.
Okay.
That you're
Yeah,
standing on.
Uh,
So the floor's down here, if you can see that when I'm pinging, and that's like 20 feet below you.
Well, I brought a rope with me. Is there anywhere we can tie off to? Like you said, there were stalagmites and stuff around. So
Yeah, you can all make luck rolls, or you can make a luck roll even, see if there's a stalagmite or something nearby that you can tie it to. Very nice. Yep, so you find a sturdy is it tight that go up? Yeah, it's stalactites that go up, isn't it? Yeah. So you
it holds on tight to the ceiling, and it might reach the ceiling from the floor.
Okay, whichever one it is, you find one going up from the floor that you can tie the rope around.
Okay, so do that. And are we going to go down to the next
maybe
bit.
maybe one of us should go down and like tell us what they can see, and the other ones can lower them down slowly.
I kind of look at him when he says that, and I go,
In case it's like a big snake at the bottom or something.
well, okay, we'll tie it around your waist, and then I can help pull you up quickly because we're strong.
Oh god, yeah, because I'm the weakest. Okay, fine. Yeah, Sterling can't deny he's weak, so yeah, that's fine.
Do we need a separate blip or just move the party thing down?
You can just move the
One.
party token down, and I'll just say that half of you are at the top and you're lowering one down. That's fine.
Keep going.
Yeah, I'll move you. There you go. So that's the bottom.
How are you doing?
I have taken one of the torches as well, in case we didn't have them.
Okay.
So what can I see at the bottom? Is it a huge snake pit?
Yeah, massive snake pit. You're devoured immediately. No. When you reach the bottom of the descent, you see before you another fairly wide tunnel, and there are just noises coming from just ahead. Sounds like shrill squealing and screaming coming with an odd primal roar. Kind of scuffling sound accompanies it. And it's coming from the darkness just ahead of you.
I will whisper and pull on the rope a lot to tell them to come down, because if I'm going to die, they're going to die with me. So, yeah, everything's fine.
Your generosity knows no bounds.
Hey, there's no snake pit. My task is completed.
Okay. Well, I'll help lower everybody down, and then I'll make sure that the rope's okay at the top, and then I'll work myself down.
Okay.
Kind
no
of
problem.
wedging my legs and back against the shaft as I work my way down.
Kind of abseiling down, yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. That's fine. Because of the rope, you don't need to make any kind of checks, so good job. Yeah, so you all reach the bottom successfully. And as you step forward, your flashlights reveal the scuffling, screaming noises to be two bizarre-looking humanoid creatures fighting in the centre of the tunnel.
Whereabouts?
Can you not see these two?
Oh, if I move forward a little bit, probably.
Ew, let's have a look.
Sort of. Yeah, just on the edge.
Give me 1 second here. There's some artwork for you to have a look at while I read the description.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So these primitive, pathetic creatures have elongated foreheads, large eyes, and pronounced snout-like jaws. Their arms are longer than those of an average human, and they have deformed, elongated fingers, complete with sharp claws. The two of them fighting are locked in the struggle. The fighting is savage and vicious. And the combatants completely ignore you as they continue biting and gouging at each other.
I'm just going to aim, and I'm going to let them carry on.
Yeah, don't shoot them until they let them kill each other, and then we'll take the other one out.
Are they enormous? Because
They're slightly taller than the average human, about 7 foot. I wouldn't say they're enormous, but they're quite tall.
I'm just looking at the size of their tokens compared to our entire party.
Oh, I see, yeah. Sorry, I'll make them a bit smaller. Yeah, there you go. Better? So, yeah, they continue fighting, and there's blood spraying in all directions, and after a few minutes, one of them tears out the throat of the other, and it collapses to the floor, and it begins drinking its blood. Can you all please make a sanity roll?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, those who succeeded suffer 1 point of sanity loss. And Guy, did you fail again? Oh dear, Guy failed again. So you please roll a d6 plus 1.
Wow.
It's quite high, isn't it? That's actually... I'm going to tame that down to a d3. That's quite high for just seeing a bit of violence between two creatures that aren't actually that otherworldly. So yeah, you can roll a d3 plus 1 for me, please.
D3 plus 1. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
He's seen worse than that.
Yeah, exactly. A d6 is fairly high. That's like a monstrous creature coming at you. I don't know why it's so high, but there we are.
Okay, down 3 sanity.
Your involuntary action as well. Let's see. You swear like a trooper.
Ooh.
You begin cussing and swearing.
Am I supposed to roleplay this?
You're welcome to if you like.
No, you could. I'll just leave it to the imagination.
Oh my bleep! The bleeping bleep! What the bleep is? Bleeping bleep! Bleepity bleep bleep! Something like that.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna look at him in shock because usually he's quite eloquent. So I'm like, okay.
So this one is now gone, splat, dead, and the other creature's drinking its blood. It seems to notice you all of a sudden. It seems to spot the light. It looks up at you and shrieks and begins running towards you.
I fire.
Yeah.
I've been aiming at it as well, so...
You have, yeah, so you get plus 50. I was going to say, can we go into dexterity, but we might not... initiative, but we might not need to because you're just going to open fire on it, you might kill it immediately. How are you firing? Is it automatic or just one round?
No, we'll put a burst of 3 rounds into it as normal. How far away is it?
It's literally like within like 10, 15 feet of you, so you get...
Okay, so I've got the bonus for that. Lose a bonus for fire on automatic, but get a bonus for having aimed, yeah?
Yes, that's correct. But something I've realised that we've been doing wrong is if you're doing automatic fire, after each round of bullets, you're supposed to add a penalty die for every burst thereafter. So the first round is just whatever the bonus or penalty dies are. Then the second round is plus 1 penalty. Then the third burst is plus another penalty. Then the fourth burst is another penalty. Does that make sense?
So when you say burst, you mean so it's like 3 rounds in the first burst?
Yeah, what's your gun skill? It's defined by your gun skill, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right, well, I'll still do a burst for the first one because that doesn't take the penalty, does it, of the firing on burst? Is that right? I don't know.
Well, you have to state how many bursts you're doing.
Well, I'll do 1 burst and then I'll switch to single shot.
Okay, so that's fine. So what's your machine gun skill? Again?
44.
Okay, so you'll fire 4 bullets in the first burst. So yeah, like you said, it's point blank range, cancelled out by automatic fire. But you also aim, so you get 1 bonus die on this burst round. Ooh, that's an 8. That's extreme success, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'll do it on the... I didn't do it on the gun, I did it under shot, under the general descriptions. If I go to the combat one, it will do the damage, won't it?
Yeah. That was rifle and shotgun anyway. Is that the same?
Yeah, that's what it comes to that one, yeah.
Okay.
Right, so...
But yeah, 0 aces is extreme success, which means you get piercing damage.
Right. Okay.
So half of the rounds hit, which on an extreme success, all the rounds hit. So you get 4 lots of damage. It's only got 5 health. Suffice to say, you blow it, you just blow it away. It's disintegrates in front of you in a gory paste. Why am I here? Nope. I need to go to lair. There we go. GM lair. Right, it's gone. It's dead. Congratulations. You annihilated it in a burst round of extreme success.
Good shooting there, Agent Lincoln.
Well done.
I like this gun.
I'm looking at him again.
Unfortunately for you, though, as the bullets, as the bullets, as the sound echoes and dies down, there becomes a rumbling from all around you, and the ceilings and the walls begin to creak, and powder crumbles from above.
Let's back out of here.
It appears that the sinkhole that you just came down is starting to collapse in response to the echoes of the gunfire. And you need to make dexterity rolls to see if you can run away from the rubble that is now collapsing and coming down the shaft.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Okay, so those of you who failed, can you please roll me a d6 for bludgeoning damage?
With my extreme success, can I grab somebody
Ouch.
and yank them out of the way?
Yes, I'll allow that. Who would
Oh.
you like to save? Not allowed to look at the damage. Don't look at the damage. You just have to choose.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, I was going to say this anyway, and as it works out quite nicely, he would obviously grab Frances being the lady.
Okay.
Oh,
That's fine. So he has saved you, pulled you out of the way, Francis. You don't take any damage.
I am looking at him with starry eyes. Really, he's my hero, my real hero. He's been shooting this thing to me. Wow. Thank
Did
you
we
very
assume
much.
that we're wearing our leather trench coats and
Oh, yes, that's a good point. So
Helmets.
please, Martin, you don't take any damage. So you
that's
managed to
cool,
get out of the
yeah.
way as a few pebbles land by your feet. But Guy, you're hit by a large rock. So you lose 2 hit points.
Mhm.
But yeah, luckily the leather cushioned the blow.
That's
Oh, guys, it looks like we're going to have to find our own way out.
Oh, perhaps we could go and push the button.
I'll go and help Guy up as
That's
well.
miles back.
Help Guy up because I'm like, clearly we know who the favourite is in the group as I help dust him off a bit.
okay, could use a bit of first aid as well.
But yeah, first aid. I can do first aid on you. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. There we go. And oh no, I didn't make it much better or at all.
No, that's not how you do it. Oh, wait, wrong game.
Yeah, that's Farmer Maggot. What's he doing here?
Only one ring did sort its way in here, oh, straight away it did.
Trying to find your own invisibility ring, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're in the tunnels. Golem-like creatures knocking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me just see what I've got in my pocket. And see if it's a bit of a first aid.
I can't remember, do the rules allow...
Oh, look at that.
Yes,
Yeah,
two
okay.
people can attempt first aid at any one time.
Okay,
And then after that,
okay.
it constitutes a push roll.
yeah. Okay, I'll take the point. Thank you, Agent Lincoln.
You get it. You don't get it for an extreme success. do
No,
you?
only critical.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm only down a single hit point now.
Okay, so we're left with 3 choices. The way those 2 monsters were down here, or these other 2 side tunnels.
I think we should go to the one that's closest to us.
So
Do we have
to
a
the
way
west.
out of here?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Wow.
So did we come from here?
Yeah.
We come
have
down
no-
from there, didn't we?
And we have
Maybe
no
this-
rope.
Oh.
Rope's gone, I presume, with the...
Yeah.
oh, no,
it
did
was-
we-
it's
Yeah,
still
so
tied up there.
the tunnel has collapsed behind you, and there's no way to get back up the shaft that you came down, unfortunately.
Oh, the red button was upstairs, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's opened up into a big place. Can we see anything in this larger opening area?
Just darkness ahead. But there appears to be some kind of strange... strange singing, audible, melancholic moaning coming up ahead from up ahead. It's very quiet.
Moaning, chanting.
kind of like eerie chanting, moaning, groaning, but it's very quiet.
Ugh.
Very faint.
look, everybody.
Where you are.
I'll try to listen into it so I can make out anything from it.
Yeah, make a listen, please. What you hear sends chills down your spine, but it's nothing that you can understand. There's no language to it or any kind of coherent wording or lyrics. It's just an unearthly, eerie, wailing
Is
singing.
it hissing noises? Is it
No
reptilian snakey
hissing
noise?
noises. It sounds humanoid. Can you please make a sanity roll for me?
All of us?
Just Kev, because he's the only person who's heard it so far properly.
Okay.
Because he listened for it. Okay, very nice. You just lose 1 sanity point.
Just. Guys, you don't want to listen too closely to that noise. It's kind of creepy.
And what did you get from it? Does it match with the snake carvings and stuff that we saw before?
What, the chanting?
You said it
I
sounded more human than anything else, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And what is Agent Lincoln's involuntary reaction?
Oh, he succeeded, so he doesn't get an involuntary action.
Oh,
So
he
it's
didn't
only
lose
if you fail your sanity roll that you get an involuntary action, isn't it?
I thought it was in any time you lose sanity.
I thought it was okay. I'll check. Hang on. No, it's failing a sanity roll, not losing sanity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can we see how far? So we can hear this sound, but we can't see anyone from where we are.
Not really. No, the passage appears to open into a wider grotto where there's no phosphorescent lichen at all. Crystal deposits on the wall, however, glitter in the lights and the flashlights that you turn around. The ceiling's apex is about 150 feet above your heads. That's as much as you can see so far.
Maybe someone should go and investigate, like I did down the big hole. And I'm looking at it.
Do we need to have separate characters, or do I'll step in a little bit and try to see more?
I can put all the characters on if you want. I just thought it'd be easier to move one party token rather than everyone. But if everyone wants to explore separately, I don't mind putting the tokens on.
Oh, I just thought it'd be more, in case there's 25 snake people looking at us in a minute.
Right. You can just move the party token, that's fine.
Yeah, if you say everybody else is sat in the entrance to this
where
room.
you are, yeah, that's
no.
fine. Yeah, no problem.
Still can't see anybody, any sense of where the chanting's coming from?
It's coming from directly in front of you, yeah. That where you pinged, yeah, directly from there.
Okay. Do. I'm going to signal the rest that they probably need to catch up. I'm quite a long way ahead now, aren't I?
Yeah, about 50 feet, 60 feet.
Yeah, they'll be losing sight of me, so I'll sort of wave them in.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Let you stay sort of 10, 15 feet behind me.
Or something.
Okay, so the picture's a bit weird. I'm assuming this is what it's talking about in the description. It says spreading across the far wall. So I think there's supposed to be a wall along, the wall goes deeper than it's supposed to go in the picture. But anyway, spreading across the far wall is a bizarre, twisted structure fashioned from interlaced bronze pipes and studded with crystals of various sizes and colours. The pipes pierce the wall in numerous places, while the other ends ultimately end in spikes. There is a rock formation 20 feet in front of it, carved into a sort of chair. And I will share with you all this lovely picture.
Oh, that's nice and creepy. It's got feet.
It's a mad organ.
So it's got human faces on it, or they look like like mechanical or something, or we don't know?
No, yeah, drawing closer, you see that there are a score of human heads upon the spikes. And what at first sounded like a low wind, you soon realise to in fact be soft moaning coming from the heads, crying out together in an undulating chorus. Can everyone please make sanity rolls apart from Kev, because he's already, apart from Abraham, because he's already heard it. The rest of you drawing closer hear it now. Oh, Guy.
You've got to stop doing that.
Okay, so the people who succeeded only lose 1 sanity. Guy, can you please roll me a d4?
Sure. 3.
So that's the 3 points of sanity you lose. And I'll say for your involuntary action, you start dancing.
Guy? Guy, are you alright?
It's this new dance step I learned, the Charleston. Let's all dance.
Does it look like it's the right time for this? I'm looking at the others, a bit worried.
I don't know. Sterling's loving the dance and is actually going to join in. He thinks it's quite cool.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. I'm looking at Agent Lincoln and say,
I just tapped the side of my head.
We've got live music here. We've got to take advantage of it.
Plenty of space, yeah. Yeah, I like it.
But can I move the party thing around? I take it I can see the old room now, can I?
Yes, yeah. Pretty much. From
what's
it's quite a large
playing
chamber, so it disappears into darkness in some areas, but yeah.
What's playing the tune on this?
Nothing. It appears to be wind just blowing through the tubes. There's no way to interact with it apparently, apart from the chair in front of it. You notice the heads all seem to have been preserved with sinuous runes carved into their leathery flesh. Their eyelids are closed, but their mouths and the muscles of their throats move as they sing. Some of the heads belong to men of European descent, while others belong to the men and women of African descent. The whispering song issuing from the peaceful heads has a sort of eerie beauty, but of course viewing this monstrous scene sends chills down your spine and causes the hair on your nape to stand on end.
Is there a bellows or anything like that that's causing the noises to go through that we can disable?
No, not as far as you can see, no. Just the pipes connect into the walls and go up to the ceiling, and it seems to be coming through there.
Can I disconnect any of the pipes and do like the opposite of a mechanical repair to disable the pipes?
You might be able to damage them if you have some way of damaging them, but there's no obvious way of like disconnecting and dismantling them carefully.
Any big rocks I can just jam into the holes?
Make a luck roll.
No.
Nope, appears to be just a clear, clean chamber.
Okay, this thing's freaking me out. I don't like it here. What do you want to do, guys?
Let's look at the seating bit more, because clearly if there's a seat, someone must sit at it sometimes. Maybe there's some clues.
Okay. I'm not sure I want to meet somebody that plays this kind of organ, but...
Well, just look if that. Yeah, can I check out the seat and the raised bit? Yeah, to see if there's anything there, like descriptions or
No,
keyboard
it's just there's nothing that can interact with the sound making machine, as far as you can tell, and there's nothing on the seat, no signs or symbols or any kind of markings at all. It's just a plain stone seat, stone bench of some kind. That obviously is designed for whoever's sitting in front of the, we'll call it an organ.
Well, Guy will try a Cthulhu mythos to see if that will inform him about what this is all about.
Sure.
Not even close.
So is this room? There's nowhere else to go in this room, is there? This is like the end of the cavern, is it?
You see what appears to be a passage down here, to the start of a passage.
Oh, okay.
Is that a dead end up here? Because is that
Yeah, that's the wall.
the D shape supposed to be over here? Is it?
Yeah, I think so. That's the impression I get. If you move, I'll move you over a bit, but you can see that's the end of the. Okay, you moved.
Okay.
But that's the end of the chamber, and I think the wall is supposed to be where the D is from the description.
We probably should come and get rid of this later, maybe.
Yeah. But I think that's obviously where some of the missing slates and that went.
Yeah, so clearly there's some shenanigans with this creepy organ. Guessing, if it's like a normal church, that's probably like some weird praying meeting room.
Bye, friends. Nice dancing with you.
Is Guy still dancing in there then?
Oh no, he's.
Oh, you're saying
He's
goodbye to
said
the faces.
That's right. Yeah.
I thought you meant the other way around. You were saying goodbye to your companions as they left.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll chalk on the wall here. Organ that way.
Okay. Your chalks are saving you from having to make navigate rolls, so very wisely done.
Ooh.
Okay. To northeast or southeast?
Can we listen at each entrance to see if we can hear anything each way?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Feel free to make a listen on this one first.
Ooh.
Francis did it though.
I succeeded on listen.
Yeah, so you hear a strange, heavy breathing noise, a kind of snarling, heavy, respiratory sound
Which way was it?
coming
Again?
from this passage. This one, the top one.
Yeah.
And what about the bottom one?
Seems quiet.
I'm thinking we go down the quiet one first.
Yeah. I was thinking the same.
Oh, on that last break, I would have put heavy breathing and arrow pointing that way.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we've got another choice here: narrow one left way or wide one that way, leading roughly back up to where the heavy breathing came from. Is the heavy breathing coming down this corridor as well?
Yes, it seems to be coming from that way, the sort of eastern side.
Okay, I'll do the
It appears
same.
to be getting louder as well, steadily,
What, like it's stalking us?
like it's proceeding towards you. Yes.
Ooh.
Back up that way a bit.
Weapons out. Aim. Get ready to aim and shoot.
Do the same there. And from this side, is it rescinded from that side, or have we got two coming?
It just seems to be coming from the eastern passages.
But it sounded closer down this bottom one.
Further away when you were down here.
Oh, right.
But it was
what you said.
Yeah, no, it's coming closer, but it was further away when you were down here than up here.
Okay. So we should go down, maybe. Go south.
Yeah.
Let's keep a close eye out from behind us, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I am walking backwards sometimes, so yeah. Now most
So,
of the time.
anything coming from this direction?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Make another listen. Check. That was everyone? No, Guy.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay, got it.
Brilliant. So no one else can hear anything but your own footsteps apart from Guy, and all you can hear is that breathing that's gotten fainter, but is still proceeding towards you from behind. Up ahead sounds clear though.
I can still hear the breathing, everyone.
Oh look, there's something.
Okay, what we in now?
Okay, so you walk into a grotto dominated by an enormous natural column that has been carved into the likeness of a great coiled serpent with a white crescent symbol upon its forehead formed from pale gemstones. In front of the serpent is a large altar marred by dark bloodstains and decorated with intertwined geometric carvings and runes. Spherical golden censers on stands flank the altar, each pouring forth clouds of billowing perfumed incense.
Ooh.
Yeah, like that thing doesn't look like it's going to come alive any minute. That's what Sterling's thinking straight away.
Look at the proportion of the people to the statue thing.
Yeah.
Well, they just say giant.
Yeah, yeah, that's a bit of an understatement.
Right.
Could we check to? So is it definitely a statue? Like we know it's a statue, right? Or
Yeah.
Can I? Okay, so I don't need to investigate it anymore or anything.
No, you can tell. Well, from where you're standing, it just seems to be a perfectly solid, large statue. It was
Okay.
carved
Can
out
I-
of the natural rock there.
Does it seem to be like it's attached at the roof? Or is it like freestanding? So is it a column that's been...
It's not a full column. Let's look at the picture. Where's it gone?
Like,
Yeah, it's a full column. So it's the whole thing is carved from one column going from the bottom up to the top.
can I check its eyes out because you said they were like rubies or something? Can I just look
on
at
its
them?
forehead? On its forehead, the crescent
Okay, so-
symbol is formed from gemstones.
Can I do an occult roll to see if that symbol means anything, or is it more decorative?
Yeah, feel free to make a occult roll.
I don't even know if I have good occult, but okay, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm okay. Extreme
Ooh,
success.
Extreme success.
Nice.
So I need to find. Oh, blimey! I need to find. Well, we're coming up to the hour now, guys. We've only got 3 minutes left, and I need to dig through the thing to find the exact answer to your question. So I think I'm going to end there, if that's okay with you, and I can get back to you at the start of next session once I've found where
But
it is.
I wanted to climb up the inside, like going up the Statue of Liberty. Let's even get the crown on top. Look at that.
So let me get this
How
straight.
long-
You want to be inside the snake? That's what I'm hearing.
No, I want to go around it. I'm thinking if we wait for the breathing creature thing that is coming down, then we run around the statue. At some point, that breathing creature will be behind it, and we have clear path to run away. So
That could be a good idea, yeah.
This, then like this, and like this.
Or it turns around and we're trapped and it eats us. Depending.
Oh, okay.
It's perfectly possible. Perfectly possible. But for you at home, you'll have to tune in next time to find out what happens. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight, though, guys. We hugely appreciate it, and we hope you've all enjoyed it as well. I've certainly had a blast. Don't know about these guys.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we will see you all again next Tuesday from 7 till 10. We'll be picking this scenario up and hopefully finishing it off. If not, I'll see you in some other content I produce. I make content almost every single day. So, Salway, till next time.